Yeah. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another live stream from Scalar Learning. I'm Huzaifa, and we are continuing today something that we have kind of paused on, which are the Khan Academy SAT problems. Now, we went through every single type of practice problem on the Khan Academy website for SAT math problems, and now we're just going straight up through the practice test. I did the first full-length math sections of practice test 1 about a week ago, something like that. And now, a week and a half ago, and now I know that the SAT, the actual test date is coming up on Saturday. It's 2 days away, and I really want to give you guys another walkthrough in preparation for Saturday. So I don't have time to do a full math section today, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the no calculator section from practice test 2 on Khan Academy. So if you get a chance to watch this, definitely please do before your big test day and see if it gives you some help or some clarity. So without further ado, I'm going to jump into the screen share and we will get started. If you're watching on Instagram, make sure to go to my YouTube channel if you actually want to see what I'm doing, if you actually want to see the screen share and see the test problems being solved. So without further ado, here we go, screen share, and we are on. Here is the math section. Oh, we got to do a little special setup here. We're going to have to move this guy here, and we're going to have to go like this. This is a really fun trick. You kind of set it up like this on this side, this on this side. All right. So now I have my scratch paper on my right side, the problems on the left. Let's do it. And we got 25 minutes, and that's just enough time for me to finish and then get to school. All right. Without further ado, let's begin. 5x plus 6 equals 10. So this is a really fun trick where, oh, hold on. I got to get my whiteboard cable. Oh, my God. 1 second. I'm coming right back. I forgot that I had unplugged my whiteboard. So unfortunately, the timer's already running. Nothing I can do. So we just have a little less time. Should be fine. Let's plug this guy in over here. Oops. There we go. All right, give it a second to register. All right, I'm back. There we go. So it says if 5x plus 6 equals 10, what is the value of 10x plus 3? So you can go ahead and solve for x if you want, or you can do something really cool, which is basically you multiply this whole side by 2, and you can get 10x plus 12 equals 10. And then you can isolate for 10x. We subtract 12, boom, 10x equals -2. So this is -2 plus 3. Oh, wait. Did I do something wrong here? Oh, I'm sorry. 10x plus 6, subtract. So 10x equals, oh, I must have done something wrong. 10x equals not -2. Hold on, let me back up for a second. 10x, 5x equals 4. Oh, yeah, I did do something wrong. 5x equals 4, 10x equals 8. I'm not sure. Oh, because that has to double to 20, and I messed that up. So 10x equals 8. So you just swap out this for an 8. 8 plus 3 is 11, and that's C. Okay, there we go. Next one. Boom. We got to hustle. 24 minutes left. X plus y, system of equations. Which ordered pair satisfies the following equations above? So I'm going to do this the old-fashioned way. So we're going to use elimination, where I'm going to match one of these terms up and then subtract. The 2y looks really nice, so I'm just going to multiply everything by 2 up here. 2 times 0 is still 0. Now we add these guys. We get 5x. 2x plus -2y crosses out, and so this goes away. Equals 10 divided by 5. X equals 2. Therefore, x equals 2. If we plug that back into, let's say, this equation, 2 times 2 plus 2y equals 0. 4 plus 2y equals 0. I equals -4. Y equals -2. So our pair is 2, -2, and it is this guy. Let's move on. Here we go. Now, these are a little tougher, right? They're word problems. A landscaping company estimates the price of a job in dollars using this expression, where N is the number of landscapers who will be working and H is the total number of hours the job will take using N landscapers. Which of the following is the best interpretation of the number 12? So I'm guessing this is this is estimates the job. I'm guessing to get paid $12 per hour each one. And I think that's what it is. It's A. Because the reason why is, let's say we have three, it's basically the hourly wage. So it's multiplied by each hour. And then it's like each person working that many hours is the N. So if you had 10 people working 2 hours, that's 20 hours of work. And then how much do they get paid? Well, you have to multiply that by their hourly wage, which is $12. These other ones don't really make any sense either. Let's go on to number 4. So the first ones are a little faster, then they get tougher. 9a to the 4th. Okay, so we have to, this is a perfect square. So we just got to factor this, and I'm going to do it like this. Let's pretend we didn't know it's a perfect square. So I'm going to just try and factor this. So the first term is going to be 3a squared, right? Those guys multiply to 9a to the 4th. Over here is 2b squared, 2b squared. Now, why is this right? And then these are the same things, so I can write it as this. Squared. Why did I do this? Because when you FOIL this back out, I kind of had a notion, and look, these are all like some sort of perfect squares in the answers. You kind of have a notion that when you multiply these guys back, that gets 9a squared. This gets 6a squared b squared. This gets another 6a squared b squared. That gives you your 12a squared b squared. And that gives you your 4b squared. So it is this guy up top. All right, next. Let's see what this one is. 2k squared plus 17 minus x. If k is 0 and x equals 7, so x equals 7. So let's just solve for k. 2k squared plus 17 minus x equals 0. Add x to both sides. In this case, we want to isolate the radical. That's really important, because then we can just do this. Get rid of the radical, we just square. It's the opposite. So once we square, we got 2k squared plus 17 equals x squared. Oh, and sorry, x, we already know x equals 7. So let's just plug 7 in. So 7 squared is 49. 2k squared. Let's subtract 17, subtract 17. So we get 2k squared equals 32. Again, this is no calculator, so you got to be pretty, at least decent with your mental math. 32 divided by 2 is 16. K squared equals 16. K equals square root of 16, which is 4. And that is our answer. Next question. It's actually technically plus or minus 4, but they asked for k to be greater than 0. Line L is parallel to line K. So that's the assumption. That means these guys have equivalent slopes. Straight up, got to find the slope. So this is how I like to find slope. I stack the coordinates vertically. And then I just subtract down y's first. 2 minus 0 is 2. 0 minus negative 5 is 5. So the slope is 2/5. So therefore, if we stack the other coordinates, p 0 and 0, negative 4. If we subtract down like that, 0 minus negative 4 is 4. P minus 0 is p. This must equal 2/5. These slopes are the same. Well, look at this. Since this is 2 times that guy, this has to be 2 times that guy. P is 10. I know it was fast. Sorry, I'm trying to beat the clock and be fast with my explanations. Next, we got this crazy thing. A plus b equals 2. What is the value of a minus b? All right, value of a minus b. So what we got to do here, this is just our change of base formula. Let me write it up here. X over a squared equals over x over b squared equals x to the 16. And we know that a plus b equals 2. So what we can do is, since these guys are the same base, this is the division rule, we can subtract the exponents. So it ends up being x over a squared plus b squared equals x to the 16. Now these all equal each other. This is a cool rule. We can just say goodbye, and we just set the exponents equal to each other. A squared plus b squared equals 16. Now, this is crazy, because what is all of this? What is the, I'm sorry, not minus. Whoops, that's a big mistake, because that changes everything. It's minus. Why is this here? We have to find a minus b. We know a plus b, because this, my friends, is a difference of squares. You can always factor difference of squares to be a plus b, the root of this plus the root of this times the root of this minus the root of this. Oh, very nice. Now we know a plus b equals 2. So I'm going to replace this with 2. A minus b equals 16. Guess what? They're just asking for a minus b, not a, not b. So it must be 8, because 8 times 2 is 16. problem seemed kind of similar to test 1, I think. All right, the measure A in degrees of an exterior angle of a regular polygon is related to the number of sides. Yeah. In the formula above, if the measure of an exterior angle of a regular polygon is greater than 50, okay, so n is greater than 50, what is the greatest number of sides it can have? So let's say 52 or something. I don't know. 51. Yeah, why not? Let's just set 50. You know what? We should set 50, and then you have to round up. Basically, is what they're saying. It equals 360. So we're dividing by 50. Okay. So it's actually 36 divided by 5, which is 7.2. In my head, I'm doing it, but you can try it out later if you divide. So because sometimes 5 is 35, and then you need 1/5, which is 0.2. So 7.2. If you were to answer 7, though, it would be incorrect because you got to round up to 8, because the greatest number of sides it can have is wait, am I doing this correctly? Yeah, because it's at least 50. So that means it's going to go more than 50. And anyway, so there you go. It's going to be 8. Next, we've got almost halfway done. It's not bad. The graph of a line xy plane is slope of 2 contains the point 1,8. Okay. The graph of the second line passes through these two. Two lines intersect at AB. What is the value of AB? Okay. So they intersect. So we got to solve a little system of equations. So how much work do I need to do here? So we've got, I'm trying to think if I can shortcut this, because I can get the equations and then solve. You know what? I'm just going to get the equations. So this is y equals 2x plus b, and then I'll just plug it in. So it's 8 equals 2 plus b equals 6. So the first equation is this guy, y equals 2x plus 6. Okay, and y equals 2x plus 6. The other one, the slope is 1, 2, 2, 1. So it's 1 over -1, which is -1. So y equals negative x plus b. I could use point slope. I'm just choosing not to. 2 equals -1 plus b equals 3. So the other one is this. I think I did this correctly. And then we've got this guy. We've got this guy. Let's see what we can do. So now we can I'm going to make this whole equation negative and combine them. We're just systems of equations. 0 equals 3x plus 3. -3 equals 3x. X equals -1. And we plug it back in here. -2, 4. Y equals 4, right? Wait, did I do that right? Y equals 4. So are they intersecting? And then let's go back to this equation. So I said y equals negative x plus 3, -1. Yeah, it works for both equations. Okay, so the intersection is -1, 4, a, b, -1 plus 4 is 3. Okay. Yikes. It was just intense. Which of the following equations has a graph in the xy plane? A graph in the xy plane for which y is always greater than or equal to 1. Okay, I kind of am just going to have to explain what I'm doing. It's this guy. It's C. The reason why is because x squared normally is always positive, but this negative shifts it down. This one, same thing. It's normally all positive, but this shifts it down by 2, so it goes below -1. This one is also, but this one is not, because when you include it here, this ends up being a horizontal shift. So it shifts to the right by 2. Here's, like, let's say there's the whatever. It should be above. But anyways, I know that from transformation. So if you know that, it's a pretty easy question. Which of the following complex numbers is equivalent to this? And what I'm going to do is, let's see. So all these guys, they've taken okay, I got to get rid of this denominator is basically what's happening, the complexity in the denominator. The only way to do that is you multiply it by 8 minus 2i. Okay, this is like a reverse difference of squares. It's a complex conjugate. And what this ends up being, I'm kind of have to do this fast, So it ends up being 24 minus 6i minus 40i plus 10i squared. Okay, that's on top. I just foiled. And this is easier because the middle terms cancel out. So it's just 64 minus 4i squared. I squared is just -1. So this becomes 24 minus 46i minus 10 on top over 64 minus -4, or not, minus 4 times -1, which is just plus 4. So this becomes 68. All right, let me make some room up here. So we got 68. So we got 24. Oh, sorry, not 24. 14, because it's 24 minus 10. 14 minus 46i over 68. And we're going to divide everything by 2. And we got 7 minus 23i over 34, which is the same thing as d. They just split it up into 2 fractions, which you can always do with a denominator. And by the way, guys, if you're watching on Instagram, thank you for watching. You can jump on my YouTube channel, Scalar Learning. If you go to the YouTube, search for Scalar Learning, you can see what I'm doing instead of just listening. We got 11 minutes left, guys, and we can do this. We can do this. More than halfway done. A website uses the formula above to calculate a seller's rate R based on the number of favorable reviews, F. Unfavorable, which of the following expresses the number of favorable reviews? We just have to isolate F. That's it. So let me do this quickly here. N plus F equals R. I'm going to multiply both sides by N plus F. Goodbye. We got F equals, I'm distributing now, plus FR. Let's move. We need to isolate F, so I'm going to subtract by FR, subtract by FR. NR equals, this goes away, F minus FR. Then I'm going to isolate F like this, 1 minus R like this, equals NR. And then I'm going to divide by 1 minus R. Okay, I know I got it lightning speed, but this is what you got to do on the test. F equals NR over 1 minus R, or N over 1 minus R, same thing. Or right, which order of multiplication doesn't matter. So Rn over 1 minus R, I'm good with that. Question number 13. What is the sum of all values that satisfy this? We got a factor. So this is beautiful. I can already see we should divide everything by 2, and that'll make life a lot easier. M squared minus 8m plus 4, right? And then we just factor this guy. This isn't that bad to factor, assuming it's factorable. I think it is. And look at this. Oh, wait, I don't know if it's factorable now, because it's 2 things that multiply to 4 and add to -8. I don't think we can do that, because 2, 2, 4, 1, yeah, it doesn't work. We got to use quadratic. But dividing by 2 still makes the quadratic much easier. So I got a song for this. It's like -b, so this is A, B, A is just 1, and C. -b plus or minus, right? So -b is 8, so minus square root of b squared, that's 64, minus 4ac, A is 1, and C is 4. All over 2a, 2a is just 2. Okay, so then we got 64 minus 4 times 4, which is 16. So 8 plus or minus. 64 minus 16 is 48, okay, over 2. And then let's simplify this. This becomes, let's see, 16 times 3. So it becomes 8 plus or minus 4 square root 3 over 2. Okay, I'm going to make some room up top now. And we can simplify, divide everything by 2, so our final answer is 4 plus or minus 2 square root 3. And this becomes 2 answers, 4 plus 2 square root 3 and 4 minus square root 2 square root 3. And they're asking for the sum of these guys, so let's add them. And guess what? 4 plus 4 is 8. These guys cancel out. 2, -2. The sum of all of them is 8. Beautiful. You got to read the instructions and make sure you don't just try and get one of the solutions. That's how they get you. Number 14. Oh boy, we only got 8 minutes. I'm actually doing terrible on time. A radioactive substance decays at an annual rate of 13%. The initial amount of substance is 325. Which of the following models the amount of time? And I'm just going to tell you it's A, because we don't want 13% in here. We want 0.87, because that's how much is left. All right, I'm going to have to go fast. The expression is equivalent to the following. 5x minus 2 over x plus 3. And we can say 5x over x plus 3 minus 2 over x plus 3. Let's see, how do we do this? So then I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to have to go backwards from these guys because I'm not sure. I know this is the gist of it, minus 2x plus 3, but this isn't 5. There's something else. So here's what I'm going to do. This is my prediction. This is the answer. I'm going to try and go backwards from this. So this would be 5 over x plus 3 times x plus 3 minus 17 over x plus 3. And this becomes 5x plus 15 minus 17 over x plus 3. Yep, it is. So anyways, man, I don't know what to tell you on that one. I got actually a little confused, but I had a feeling that was it. And then I just quickly tested it. And we can talk about that at another time. That was a hard problem. The sales manager of a company awarded a total of $3,000. So these usually get a little easier. Now we're doing free response. And the most productive salesperson bonuses were awarded in the amounts of $250 or $750. At least one got $250 and one got $750. What is one possible number of 250 bonuses? So at least one. I'm going to say it was ordered in this. I'm just going to make it easy. We had a 1-to-1 ratio, so there's 3. This adds up to 3,000, and one got that one. Yeah, so 3, 3, 3. So I'm going to say there could have been 3 people, right, that got 250. Anyways, all right. So that's my answer. Let's do this next one. We've got an equation above a and b and c are constants. Is the equation true for all x? What is the value of b? All right. Let's do a little foiling. Oh, wait. They can actually... Oh, you can... Okay, there's a shortcut here. 3x... I was about to foil everything. This is 3x plus 5 times... This is, I think, called grouping 2x plus 3. So what I did is I combined these terms, and because they're both multiplying 3x by 5, now we FOIL. So it's 6x squared plus 9x plus 10x plus 10, 6x squared plus 19x plus 10 equals ax squared plus bx plus c. What is the value of b? B is whatever's here, and it's 19. Okay. 3 more questions. AE is parallel to CD, and segment AD intersects segment blah, blah, blah. What is the length of segment CE, this whole segment? So these are 2 proportionate triangles, similar triangles, and we know that because these 2 are vertical angles. It says these are parallel. These angles, this equals this equals this. So they're similar. This side, okay, these 2 sides back here are similar. Since this angle is equal to this angle, it means this side is proportionate to this side. So we can see here that the 5 is proportionate to the 10. CB must be proportionate to this guy. And you see it's a 2-to-1 ratio. CB must be 4, but they're not asking for CB. They're asking for CE, which is 4 plus 8, which is 12. And the XY plane to the left, O is the center of the circle, and the measure AOB is pi over A radians. What is the value of A? So let's see. O is the center of the circle. Measure of AOB is pi over A. Okay, what is the value of A? Wait, this is a no calculator. Let me think for a second here. Oh, this is a special right triangle, I think. So this is this guy. So it's square root 3, 1. So that means the x value is, this is square root 3. That means going up is 1, square root 3, and that means this is 2. So what is the, and then, so this is a special right triangle. All right, gosh, this is hard to explain, but it's 30. Because, again, song for this too, special right triangles. It goes 30, 60, 90, 1 root 3, and 2. So you know that if you have a ratio, this is a right triangle for sure, right? I made a right triangle by drawing this down. And I can tell you that when you have a leg of 1 and the other one is root 3, it's a 30, 60, 90. And the 30 has to be going boom like that. Oh, wait, no, but this is in radians. I'm sorry. So we have to convert. So 30 degrees, and then you multiply. Man, this is a hard problem. Times pi over 180, and then it becomes pi 6. So A is actually 6. Wow, almost got that wrong. 2 minutes left. Here we go. Hope this isn't too bad. AX, what time is it? 7:13. AX plus BY equals 12, 2X plus AY equals 60. And the system of equations A and B are constants. It has infinitely many solutions. That's the key right there. It means these two are equivalent. So I'm going to multiply the top by 5. So it's 5AX plus 5BY equals 60. And then 2X plus 8Y equals 60. Therefore, B must equal 8/5, and A must equal 2/5, because 8/5, 2/5, because that's what's going to multiply to get these constants the same. When they say they have infinitely many solutions, they are the same equation. 2/5 and 8/5. What is the value of A over B? 2/5 over 8/5, and then I like to do like this. I multiply. So it's 10 over 40, or 1/4. Okay, let's see how we do here. I'm going to enter this. 43 seconds left. Okay, I finished. So now I'm going to say, yes, I'm done with this section. I'm going to skip this next section. I'm going to just say start it, and then I'm going to finish, and I'm going to fail it. I'll do this one tomorrow or tonight. Yes, I'm done with this section, and then we can see the score. Okay, skip the optional essay. And what did I get? And the practice tests in the section. Math, review math, no calculator. I got 2 wrong. So we gotta have to look at this another time, because I really gotta go. But let me see which ones were incorrect. All right, let's make sure we get this right. A equals, it's just N equals, oh, it was 7. So did I say this incorrect? Oh, yeah. Darn it. I thought I may have messed that up. So I rounded up. You had to round down. That was my bad. So it says it's at least 50. So 7.2 was too high. It's going to be less than 7. It's going to be 7 sides or less. Dang it. All right. So that was a little miscalculation. When I said round up, you're supposed to round down. Let's see what else we got wrong. Oh, wait, there it was. Oh, whoops. Review your answers. I think I saw it. Here we go. That was incorrect. And this one. So what? Didn't I choose that? Did I hit the? I thought I chose 7 plus 23. Oh, it was minus. What did I do there? I must have miswrote one of the signs as negative instead of positive, or positive instead of negative, because it's saying it was what I got. I don't know, or I completely just went too fast and picked the wrong one. So it happens. The rest of the process was correct, right? Like they multiplied by the complex conjugate. I think I just made a silly mistake. So there we go. Hope that was helpful, guys. And I got to, yes. And I know you're asking to show me the screen. If you want to see the screen, just go on my YouTube channel, and you'll be able to see it there. Go to YouTube, search for Scalar Learning, and you'll see all of these. Okay, so let me just switch off screen share. All right, so there it is, guys. That was super fun. It was super fast. I even made 2 mistakes, which can happen. I'm not perfect, but I try to do my best every single time, of course. So anyways, I hope that was helpful. I'm going to do the calculator section either tonight or tomorrow, and maybe even one more practice test Friday afternoon. So thank you guys so much for joining, and hope you have an awesome Thursday. Take it easy.